So I've got a flower pitch.
Yeah.
And I started that in March.
March. How old was you around then?
I was 16 when I started that.
Okay. So a young entrepreneur then.
Yeah, young. And so I started that because all my family used to do it, and my dad said, "Why don't you give it a go?" So I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. And yeah, it started doing well.
With the flower business, like, what is it you're trying to do next with it? Like, are you trying to keep it just a little business that you're doing outside the cafe, or is it going to be something you want to expand, become mobile, or?
I'd want to expand it, so I've got one pitch. I did have another 2 pitches, but they weren't doing the best.
Okay, yeah.
But hopefully I can get, again, another 2 pitches, so it gets a little bit bigger.
Okay.
That's my aim.
So when you get the other pitches, are you going to be investing in just bleed control kits, or is there further things you want to invest in to help with anti-knife crime? Or?
Yeah, you can get boxes, what goes on the wall.
Okay.
So it's got like a code on it, and when something happens, you on their phone to ambulance, they'll give you the code to the thing.
Is that like them defib ones?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, one
of
them defib ones. And yeah, I want to look into them, but they're a little bit more expensive than the normal bleed kits.
Okay. And how's the flowers going though? Like, you started about a year ago, roughly?
Yeah.
How has it gone from there to where you're at now? And what have you had to, like, what challenges have you overcame in the time period from start to now?
So I started in March and it was doing okay. And I carried that through, and it just grew. It just kept growing. More people were seeing me. I had people coming down from like miles away, come to buy some flowers, and I was a bit shocked, to be fair, because I think flowers were wild. One of the challenges were, so when I started, it went a little bit big, and the calf got broken into.
Okay, yeah, I think I've read something about this. It got stolen from.
Yeah, so the bleed kit got robbed. I had like a bit of money in there that got took, and they wrecked some of my flowers, stomped all over them, kicked them and that. I got the bleed kit back, luckily, and that's when people started donating money, really, when they found out about that.
Okay. So, yeah. And like, when that happened, was that something that like kind of set you back to a point emotionally as well, where you was maybe thinking, you know what, why am I still doing this? People are clearly like still doing what they do.
You know what it is? It gave me more motivation to prove to people that you ain't got to be bad in this world.
Okay.
You can still do things and earn the same amount of money by helping out the community.
Yeah, I like that response, man, because like a little bit about myself, I used to be involved in groups, and we used to do things that we shouldn't have done to make money.
Yeah.
And what I break down to a lot of young people now is, actually, the money you're making there, it might seem like a lot, but obviously you've got to reinvest into products.
Yeah, 100%.
So your profit is actually minimum wage. Sometimes it's less because people out there that are doing what they're doing out on the road, they're spending 20-hour shifts.
Yeah, they are.
And they're coming home with £200 profits, so that's £10 an hour. I can go working as the 14 quid. And when I explain that to a lot of people, they're like, never thought of it like that.
Yeah, it makes
so
sense.
It's interesting you saying that, like, because it's relatable across everywhere. Like, people can do things legally, and you're a shining example of that. What was like the tip of the iceberg for you, like the major event that happened in your life that made you say, you know what, I want to go out there, I want to sell flowers, get some legitimate money and invest this back into the community and get these bleed control kits out there and help others?
I'm seeing like few people on the streets, they're selling all the drugs, trying to earn money, they're carrying knives, and I just don't get why.
But I did read an article on BBC News, and I read in there was something that happened to a family member of yours.
Oh,
Do you want to give a bit of more detail on that? Is it something you're comfortable with?
Yeah, it was at a nightclub in town, I think it was.
Okay,
and something broke out into a little fight, and he ended up getting stabbed like in the bicep. Yeah, it was like a mad wound, and he had to go to hospital, get it all stitched up. But it's just mad because that's scary. It could happen to absolutely anyone.
Yeah.
And for someone to bury their own child, I don't think it's right.
Yeah, of course. And I'm also someone that's been stabbed, and I've been on the other end as well, and been the guy that's holding the knife. So from both perspectives, I can see where you're saying like it would have affected you and your cousin, and it's nice. Well, not necessarily nice, but it's good to see and hear that like you've not just seen that and then turned to that life. You've said, you know what, I'm gonna use this as more motivation to push the flowers.
I enjoy boxing.
Okay. What do you think you got from boxing?
It teaches you a lot of discipline. And if you have a lot of anger built up inside and you need to let something out, boxing's your best place. You just let it all out on a punching bag, not on someone else's face, or not with a knife into someone. Okay,
I like that. And do you reckon your boxing has been something that's kept you well grounded growing up? In a community where you're seeing people getting involved in stabbings, people getting involved in drugs and whatever, do you reckon boxing is something that's kept you grounded as an individual?
Yeah, 100%. And also, instead of me going out walking the streets, instead I'll go to the gym, I'll do something productive in my day.
So you got somewhere to be?
Yeah,
100%. And I think that's something which is quite essential. A lot of young people don't have anywhere to be.
Yeah, that's the problem, yeah. Just think of what you want to do, whatever interests you, you just go for it. If you've got a dream, you follow your dream. There's no one holding you back except from yourself, really.
Yeah.
So just chase your dream. If you want to do something, do it. But the best thing to do is try and find close friends who you can trust, who are loyal, who you can talk to when there's no one else around. People could love drawing, they could love art. There's college out there where you can learn to do these type of things, and if you really wanted to do that bad, you just go and do it. You just talk to anyone. Find someone who you can trust, find someone who can sit there and listen and hear you out. And if you've genuinely got something you want to do, once you put your mind to something, you're going to do it, just don't stop. Even if it's not going well, sometimes I can sit at my pitch and I'll sit there from 9 till 4 and earn absolutely nothing. And I'd go home, and be gutted about it. But I could go the next day, and earn a nice amount of money.
So Bobby, we've got flea kits, we've got flower stalls, we've got boxing. What's next?
Do you know something? I haven't actually got anything in mind that I want to do anymore. I just want to focus on getting more flea kits out there.
Yeah.
Trying to get as much young people's attention as I can.
Yeah.
Showing people that you can be good in this world. You haven't got to follow other people. And just grow the flower stall. I'm looking forward to see how far I can actually get with it.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping one day, I don't have to buy me Mrs. Flowers from Asda anymore. I can just come to you and be like, yo, Bobby, sort me out biggest bouquet of roses, and she likes a few little mixes of flowers in there too. So don't just be playing with one colour of rose,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to shout you to that.
You out, As I get older and as I start doing more things, I would like to try and get involved with helping other young people. Get to where I've got to.
I like that, man. I like that. Honestly, Bob, it's been lovely to meet you today, man.
It's been a good one.